Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York.
These cowboy boots eating hot chicken today. In church singing gospel music, Nashville, Tennessee. Welcome to your favorite Tennessee Titans podcast. I am your favorite Tennessee Titans analyst, Lorenzo the Hawk, bringing you love from Nashville as we come down from New York City with a big victory over the New York Giants, 17-0. As you see, we shut down the New York Giants. Yes, they did not have Odell Beckham, but they did have Saquon Barkley, and we shut Saquon down. Yes, the game was raining. It was raining the entire game. But you know what, man? It's been raining in Nashville, so there's no excuses. You know, we went up there, and we handled business. Was the game a pretty game? No. Actually, it was a very boring game, especially in the first half. But again, defensively, we did what we had to do. We shut them out. A great job by our defense. Our play calling was so-so, but again, as I've been saying all season long, run Derrick Henry, and what happened?
Derrick Henry to the end zone for the touchdown.
And that's another time B.W. Webb, they cracked the safety. He's got to be in the backfield making that tackle.
As you see, Derrick Henry had a great game. He had 170 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. I mean, hey, this is the recipe for us to make the playoffs. We play like this consistently. We can if we make the playoffs, we'll do something in the playoffs. We got to win these games, but we're finding the recipe. And again, I have to question Matt LaFleur early part of the season as to why we didn't go to this, but we'll get into that later. When you look at it defensively, we shut down the passing game. Eli Manning, 21 for 44, 229 yards passing and an interception. We can live with that. You would think with Odell Beckham being out that Sterling Shepard would do something. He only had 2 catches on 9 targets. We can live with that. Evan Ingram was their leading receiver, the starting tight end. He had 8 catches for 75 yards. We can live with that. So an awesome job. But what I'm most proud of is the fact that we shut down Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley had 14 rushes for 31 yards, man. That's unreal, man. Saquon was looking to get loose on one play. I thought, oh my gosh, he's gone. But the Tennessee Titans, as we've done all season, we tackle very, very well. We ain't going to pop you, but we going to tackle you. And we did that against the New York Giants. So a great job going to New York, coming back with the victory, singing some Frank Sinatra, singing some Notorious Big, and winning the football game. Great job to our defense. Great job to Derrick Henry. And as I said in our last show, the key for us to win overall will be our offensive line, and they did a great job in blocking up front because I felt the New York Giants up front was not a very strong team, and we showed that. Awesome job. On my last show, I spoke upon, mark my words, as to how the Tennessee Titans can win the ball game, and they checked off every mark. So, when you look at keys to the victory as to how we won, spot Saquon Barkley, and we did that. As I've mentioned, he had 31 yards rushing. He only caught the ball 3 times as well. We shut him down, and Eli was looking around like, oh my gosh, who am I throwing it to? I have no idea. Let me just throw it on over here, right? We shut him down. Odell was nowhere to be found, but hey, we don't have players either that's hurt. It happens, right? Awesome job to the Tennessee Titans. Second, I said to run Derrick Henry, and we did just that. He had 33 rushes. 170 yards and 2 touchdowns. That's over 5.2 yards a carry. Derrick Henry was a monster on the field. Great job to the line. Great job to Derrick Henry. Keep this recipe because it's good. You know, you go to some restaurants, man, and if it's not, say, a franchise, they might have a mom and pop shop here and they kind of taste different. Hey, don't change the recipe. Keep the same stuff in your stuff, the same sugar, the same salt. Keep it in the same recipe. Last, when you look at it as well, you look at no turnovers, right? We had 0. And I'm surprised because it was a very sloppy game. But because we kept our turnovers down and we did a very good job of being efficient, though Marcus Mariota didn't throw the ball well, we did well just enough to win the football game. Great job, Tennessee.
The negatives.
The negatives. Offensive play calling. Now, we did a great job of running the ball. Hey, that's fine, right? But man, in the passing game, whoo! Marcus Mariota only had 88 yards passing. Now, it's not that we needed him to do much. He was 12 for 20, right? But we had receivers that was dropping the ball. We had times we were running the ball maybe where we could have passed the ball. There were just so many times where we sort of missed the mark. If we play a very good team and where we have to score points, that's going to be a problem. So what we hope to do is keep running the football, keep the game low, keep the time of possessions in our favor, and we can win games. But if we play a fast team that can score points, a la the Indianapolis Colts, we're going to have to start putting up some points. So, again, work this game, but it's not going to work in other games. Next, injuries. As I said last week, we had injuries. This week as well, we had Logan Ryan that went down. We had Sharif Finch that went down. And we also had Kenny Vaccaro to go down. I'm not sure to the extent, but they got hurt. And some of them didn't even come back to the ball game. We can't have a lot of injuries because we're not a really deep team, especially on offense. We have to make sure to keep our players healthy. Hopefully they'll come back and they'll do something. So next, let's look at the Hawk side. The Hawk side. I see it. I see it.
Hawk side, Hawk side, Hawk side.
So, on the Hawk side, did you guys see the block that Marcus Mariota put on the linebacker Alec Ogletree?
Running room, trying to turn the corner, and he does. I'm like, who's that blocking? Oh, wait, that's Marcus. And then he does.
Wow. An incredible block by our quarterback. Hey, at times he's not going to give you the greatest yardage from a passing standpoint, man. But a lot of times, Marcus Mariota does the small, intangible things that helps us to win the ball game. So great job, Marcus Mariota, by sacrificing yourself to make the block for Derrick Henry to continue to run and make more yardage. Those type of plays can help us to go to the playoffs. Excellent job by Marcus Mariota. So next, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
All right, so let's look at this man right here. So some of you who might not be Titan fans or might be casual Titan fans, that's our offensive coordinator, Matt LaFleur. So you're telling me we've just won 2 games in a row with Derrick Henry being the main factor as to why we're winning. Our offensive line is blocking as well, but it's Derrick Henry. He's the main cog here. You're telling me early in the season, we couldn't have run this young man many more times early in the season. Right? So it's like, oh, I forgot. We have a 6'3", 250-pound running back that has won the Heisman Trophy. Even last year, at times when he would run the ball, he was very successful. When it's been 4th and 1, he's been successful. You decide not to run him during the earlier part of the season, even up to the mid part of the season. Now the light bulb goes off. It's like, oh, I forgot. Hey, get in the game, man. Let's go. Why did it take you so long, bro? I've been screaming it for the whole season. Run Derrick Henry. So you're telling me now that, okay, now we can run Derrick Henry. Man, it might be too late. And if it is, you're on the hot seat, buddy. Because now is the time that, we now have to do everything that we can to win. We could have beat Buffalo a long time ago, right? We'd be in a much better position. We could have beat the Miami Dolphins a long time ago. We could have beat the Chargers when we had a chance, and we didn't do it. So now we are struggling and trying to get to the playoffs. Terrible job by Matt LaFleur by not realizing what type of talent that we have in the backfield. Unbelievable. So next, I got my boy, my co-analyst, Jacques, the Lockdown Corner. He's going to bring you his analysis as he always does. Ladies and gentlemen, Jacques the Lockdown.
This is Jacques the Lockdown Corner and tighten up, baby. Hey, 3 games, we're taking care of business, man. 1 game at a time. Hey, good game to Derrick Henry in the run game. It was a rainy game. Defensively, man, we did good. And what I said in my last video, swarm, swarm, swarm. And what we did was we swarmed. We swarmed.
Continuity on the offensive line. The pitch for Barkley. Barkley trying to find his way around the defense and can't do it.
Good job, man, to the defense. Good big ups. We held Saquon Barkley to 31 yards. No touchdowns. Good job. We held secondary, did that job. Man, Derrick Henry, again, consistency. This is what I've been asking for this team the whole year is consistency. And Derrick Henry for the 2nd week in a row. 100-some yards, man. Keep it up, dog. Keep it up. We got to keep it up. It's really too much not to talk about. I'll talk on this game because it was a rainy game. Passing, both teams were flat on passing. And of course, when it's raining, the pads are heavy. The football is heavy. It's just a heavy thing. But like I said, good job to Henry, man. Henry's running like a madman right now. Good block, Mariota. Oh my God, that's what leaders do, man. You put your body on the line, you put yourself on the line, you put the team on your back, and that was a good block. Like I said last week when we played the Jags, the Rashawn Evans key play is what sparked Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry was already going, but I think this also sparked Derrick Henry as well. Was that block on Mariota? So good job, number 8. You're doing your thing. And like I said, man, good game, man. Real good game. Defensively, we got turnovers. Something we haven't had really, and we've not done a good job on is turnovers. And we got turnovers. Turnovers from Byard.
Manning with time, throwing, intercepted at the 15-yard line. Picked off by Kevin Byard. Byard up the sideline. He will be marked out of bounds.
Which I'm glad you're showing up again. And the fumble recovery by Casey. So good job, defense. Good job containing Saquon. Good job. Y'all seen Kendrick Lewis. We had a Kendrick Lewis sighting, y'all. Kendrick Lewis, man, you did good. You stayed in your lanes. You got turned around one time. Good tackle. You almost had a pick. You gotta do what we gotta do on that. Another thing too I would like to see with this on defense is more turnovers. More turnovers. Picking the ball off. For some reason, this defense can tackle, but they can't catch. And that's what you play defense for a reason. That's what they'll tell you. You play defense for a reason. And that's something that we'll need to work on to create more turnovers, especially if we get into the playoffs and we need to get in there and to make a run. We got to create more turnovers on defense. And like I said, our run defense did real good. Good job, man. Good job on run defense. So that's my observations of the game.
All right, so my players of the game on offense, of course, Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry had a great game running the football, controlled the football game, 170 yards rushing, 17-0, man. Hey, he was the main cause of our points. Awesome job to Derrick Henry. On defense, I'm going to give it to my fellow MTSU football alum, Kevin Byard. An awesome job by Kevin Byard. He had 4 tackles, he had an interception, and he had a sack. He had a complete game.
Player of the game on offense goes to number 22, Derrick Henry, man. Like I said, this man is running like a madman. Defensively, you know what? I'm going to say this. I'm going to give it to the whole defense. The player of the game on defense, the Titans defense, is because you stopped Saquon Barkley, which was a tall task, and you guys did a hell of a job. So good, big ups. Let's get to the next game. We got the Redskins. Let's make sure we 0-0 right now. So we got to make sure we go out and treat it like, hey, we got to win this game to get 1-0. So it's something we got to make sure we own. And like I said, it looks like, man, to be honest with you, it's going to come to week 17 against them Colts. So tighten up, baby. Good job, Titans. Let's bring it back down to Nashville. Let's get this victory number 4.
So now the playoff pictures that we have now, the Tennessee Titans are sitting in the 8th seed, trying to make the 6th seed. Again, I really think at the end of the season, it's going to be between us and the Indianapolis Colts. I'm not sleeping on the Redskins, but I think we could beat the Redskins and get to the final game versus the Indianapolis Colts. A few other things have to happen, like the Baltimore Ravens having to lose some games. The Steelers are going to have to lose some games in order for it to work, but I think it can, and it'll be between us and the Colts last game of the season. So hopefully that's the case, and we can get into the playoffs. So thank you for everyone watching the show. Great job to the Titans being the New York Giants. If you want to subscribe, you can click the subscribe button at the bottom. You can click like as well. We have an Apple Podcast. We have a Google Podcast. We have a SoundCloud as well, man. We're all over the internet. We're on Twitter under Titans Weekly 24/7. We're on Instagram as well. Hey, we're here in Tennessee. If you want to email me as well, email me at TennesseeTitansWeekly@gmail.com. Let's beat the Redskins. Let's see what we can do. Let's get into the playoffs. If we get into the playoffs, there's certain teams that wouldn't want to see us. Hopefully that's the case. Keep running the ball, folks. Keep playing good on defense. We can make it happen. Let's go. Let's go. New York. out here in New York. Let's go!
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York. These vagabonds